Can anyone hear me now?
Can you hear us?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, just keep yourselves muted until we're called. The 36th District Court is now in session of the state of Michigan with the Honorable Tenisha Yancey presiding. While court is in session, there will be no talking, sleeping, lying down, driving, no wearing of any hair garments unless it's for religious purposes only, no reading of any material or chewing of any gum, and you must be properly dressed when a judge asks you to turn on your cameras. Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning to all of you again. Attorney Zozo, is that Zazzle?
Yes, long O, Judge Zozel. Yes, thank you.
Zazzle. Are you ready to proceed on your matter?
Yes, thank you.
And you're parked, I'm assuming?
Yes, I just pulled over.
Thank you. Now calling the people versus Dennis Bros, ticket number SP 146-55571. One kind of accident failed to stop within a assured clear distance ahead. Ticket number SP 146-60901. One count of one armed driving. Please state your appearance for the record.
Your Honor, my name is Paul Zozel, ZOSEL P22757 on behalf of Mr. Bros. I have full authority to be here on his behalf.
And are you waiving on his behalf? Thank you. And today was the date and time, I believe, set for, I don't have the docket.
It's a
Formal hearing?
Yes, and for your information, Corporal Rule is also on Zoom here with us this morning.
Corporal Rule, would you like to state your name for the record?
Corporal Rule, badge 3896, Detroit Police, 6th Precinct.
Thank you. And did I hear that you all had reached an agreement this morning?
We have,
Yes.
Your Honor, we're gonna dismiss the one-armed driving and we're gonna plead responsible to the amended charge of impeding traffic.
That sounds like a great agreement. Okay, and you stipulate to the four corners of the document on the four corners of the ticket for factual basis, Counselor?
Yes, of course,
And do you stipulate to probable cause on the dismissal?
of course.
Okay, so the court is going to dismiss the one-armed driving ticket number ending in 0901 and enter a plea of responsible for ticket number on the amended charge of impeding traffic for ticket number ending in 5571. I believe impeding is 175. Okay, and the fees and fines for that is going to be $175. Will it take your client more than 2 weeks to pay that?
14 days is sufficient, Judge. Thank you.
Okay, due on July 7th, as long as he's paid it by July 7th, neither of you have to see me again. If he has not paid by July 7th, then someone needs to be logged into the Zoom on that morning at 8:30.
Very good. Thank you, Judge. Thank you,
You're free.
Corporal.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You have any dismissals that we can do while we wait on Paula?
I'm not sure. Attorney, do we have any dismissals that you would like to do first while we're waiting on Ms. Cole? Attorney Carver,
Yes,
do we have any dismissals that you would like to do first?
yes. Andre Baker is a dismissal.
One moment.
Okay,
And then Brantley, I can't remember the first name on that.
Glenn, okay,
Brantley dismissal as well.
okay. These the only two, okay,
Yes.
okay, thank you.
I can't have one.
Operate with no license.
Now calling the people versus Andre G. Baker, ticket number 292451, one count of operating without a license. Please state your appearance for the record, counselor.
Jane Carver here on behalf of Mr. Baker. Mr. Baker, can you state your name, please?
Andre Jarrell Baker.
Today is the date and time set for an arraignment on the bench warrant. Attorney Carver?
We can waive the formal reading and a plea of not guilty. And we ask that you recall the warrant.
The court will enter a not guilty plea on behalf of Mr. Baker and recall any warrants in this matter.
And we move to dismiss. The prosecutors agreed to dismissal due to the age of the ticket. Mr. Baker's trying to get his license back as well. There also is a bond, and Mr. Baker paid a bond a couple of different times to get court dates, but then he was incarcerated somewhere else and missed another one. So we ask that the bond be returned if there is any left. And
If he
I believe
missed court dates, you know he won't get those bonds back, right?
I was incarcerated.
One
so.
moment.
The most recent bond then was 200. I think he would get that back.
I was incarcerated for the other one too.
Attorney Carver, do you have proof of incarceration during that time?
Yes, I can get proof of incarceration papers. I was incarcerated in Macomb County Jail.
Okay, for how long were you incarcerated, sir?
I got locked up December 31st, 2019. I got out May 28th of 2020. They gave me 5 months.
And we're talking about bonds from 19 to 20? And you paid a bond in 19 and 20?
Yeah, no, I paid a bond in 19 and I just paid a bond just earlier this month or earlier last month. No,
So I'm unable to do anything about the bond from 2019.
We posted that bond in 2018. They already forfeited that.
Yeah.
That bond already.
But wait, he forfeited because, wait, 1 second. Hold on 1 second though. Tell me again the dates that you were incarcerated. I'm sorry.
I got locked up in 18. I got locked up in 2018 and I got locked up in 2019.
Tell me the date, sir.
2018, it was in April. 2018, I got locked up. I'm not for sure the exact date.
You stayed in from 2018 to 2019 or 2020?
No, I only did like 3 months when I was in there in 18.
Okay.
And then
And
I
then
got
you
back
went from
out.
December of 19 to May of 20, right?
Yeah, I got probation in 18, and then I got in trouble again in 19, and they revoked my probation.
December 2019 to May of 2020?
Yes.
And that would have been April of 18 to July of 18?
Yes.
Okay, one moment. All right, Mr. Baker, there's a lot of stuff going on with you right now. I am not able to make a determination about your past bond at this time. Your bond that you set to get today's court date, because you did appear that would go back to you. However, you have some civil infractions that are in default. and that's beyond my control. So anything that you owe the court, they're going to keep the bond for any amount that you already owe the court for civil infractions that are in default. You also, did you let Ms. Carver know that you were back in front of me on the third, that you were expected to be back in front of me on the 30th on a driving while license suspended and disregarding red signal?
Yes,
You did?
yes.
Ms.
No,
Carver?
I didn't tell her about that, but no,
Okay.
I had went down, after that, the officer told, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, because Ms. Carver was like, I didn't know anything about it, but because I was
Yeah,
getting
the
ready to ask her,
officer,
why didn't she let us know?
that's how I found out about this court date, because when the officer told me if I work on getting my license, he would dismiss the ticket for no license. So I went down there I went to Secretary of State first, and they showed me I had 2 tickets that would stop me from getting my license. I got those papers, and I didn't take them down to 36th District with me. So when I went down to 36th District, they said you had a warrant. So I paid the warrant, and they set me up for this court date.
For today.
Yes.
For
So
today.
then, yeah, that's how I found out about this court, because I ended up going down there because I didn't know if they
But I want to
had
handle wait. I understand. It's okay. I just want to, for efficiency, I want to be able to handle all of your matters today.
Okay.
So can I have the ROAs for the other one? And Ms. Carver, the offenses in this matter are driving while license suspended and disregarding red signal. Because he's actively trying to get a license, I will offer failure to display. And one moment. And I apologize, because failure to display, you would have to wait a period of time to get your license back. My clerk just reminded me of that. So it'll be an offer of allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, and we'll dismiss the disregarding red signal.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it.
Do you need to talk to Attorney Carver in the breakout room again about that, or would you like to accept that offer for this is on the 30th? This would have been heard on the 30th.
Yes, I would like to do that now.
Okay. Attorney Carver, you satisfied with that?
Yes, I would do that if I were you. Okay.
I'm just getting a register of action so I can get one moment. All right. So now calling the people versus did we resolve the first one? No.
Yes.
We haven't
Oh,
completed.
no.
I don't think I stated on the record that I was dismissing that one without prejudice, but this matter will be dismissed without prejudice on the ticket number ending in 2451, in case I did not state it on the record. The matter will be dismissed without prejudice in the interest of justice due to the age of the ticket. Bond will be discussed at a later time. Now calling the people versus Andre Gerard Baker, ticket number P1464010, count 1, driving while license suspended, count 2, disregarding red signal. Counselor?
Jane Carver on behalf of Mr. Baker. Mr. Baker, can you state your name again?
Andre Jarrell Baker.
Mr. Baker would like to take advantage of the plea offer for allowing an unlicensed driver to drive.
Okay. So, completely. Mr. Baker, you had an opportunity to talk to Attorney Carver, and you understand your constitutional rights,
Yes,
and you wish to give up your right to a trial
yes, Your
in
Honor.
exchange for a plea. Did anyone threaten you, force you, or promise you anything in exchange for this guilty plea?
No, Your Honor.
Are you pleading guilty on your own free will?
Yes, Your Honor.
And are you pleading guilty because you actually are guilty?
Yes, Your Honor.
And would you raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you give today will be the truth and the entire truth?
Yes, I do.
You can put your hand down. Turning your attention to May 27th, 2023. Were you driving a 2016 Ford?
Yes.
Were you in the area of East State Fair and Chrysler? Oh, okay. 75?
Yes.
And was that in the city of Detroit?
Yes.
And did you come in contact with the Detroit Police Department on that day?
Yes.
When asked to produce a valid driver's license, were you able to do so?
No.
Satisfied, Counselor?
Satisfied?
The court is also satisfied. Stipulate to probable cause on the dismissals?
Yes.
So stipulated.
Like right now, please, like this support.
So the court is going to enter a guilty plea on behalf of Mr. Baker for allowing an unlicensed driver to drive. We are dismissing count 2, disregarding a red signal. For allowing, I'm going to assess a fee. I know that you are really trying to get your license. I do see that you have on some type of work uniform. You have an outstanding balance with the court of $144. Therefore, I'm going to assess a fee of only $190 today to help you to stay on track, okay?
Okay.
So it's $190. That $190 is going to be due by July 24th. If it's not paid by July 24th, you will need to appear back here on this Zoom at 8:30.
I will have that paid, Your Honor.
Okay, I hope you will. All right, so you have any other questions?
So once I pay the $190, what would I have to do as far as to get my license?
You need to contact the secretary.
Yeah, you're gonna have to contact the Secretary of State because I don't know for sure that all of your matters are out of 36th district first and foremost, and then secondly, they will instruct you of what you would need to do in order to get them back. I think that by dismissing this driving without, or the one that you had before that got dismissed, and by amending the second one to allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, that should, as long as you have nothing else going on, that should allow you to get your driver's license back almost immediately, depending on what fines and fees you have out there.
All right. Thank you so much, Your Honor. I deeply appreciate it.
Before you go, sir, I'm gonna send you a chat and I want you to send me back your phone number. Cause I'm trying to call about your other bond.
Okay.
But
you ready for the number?
no.
Don't say it we're live on YouTube. Wait one moment, she at you.
Okay, I just sent you a chat. Just reply back to my chat.
You see the chat?
Yes, I'm doing it now.
Okay. What did I do with this list? Attorney Carver, what did you say was next? Did we say that we'll be doing Brantley next?
Brantley is no.
Okay. What we say? Still waiting on the attorney call?
Am I free to go or?
I just got your phone number. Yes, you're free to go, Mr. Baker. Have a good one. I'll be giving you a call shortly.
All right. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day.
You too. Thank you.
Bye.
Now calling the people. It's just one officer for all of these? I guess so. Now calling the people versus Glenn Brantley, ticket number SP 143141111, one count of operating without a driver's license. Ticket number SP 143165571, one count of open alcohol in a motor vehicle as a driver. Ticket number SP 1431411, count 2, expired plates, count 3, no proof of insurance, and ticket number SP 143159171, one count of littering. Please state your appearance for the record, counselor.
Jane Carver here on behalf of Mr. Brantley. Mr. Brantley, can you say your name?
Glenn Brantley.
Mr. Brantley's here for trial. Officer Dukak has not checked in, so we move to dismiss.
Mr. Rosler.
Okay. Mr. Brantley, you are extremely lucky because this could have racked up a lot of costs for you. The court is going to dismiss this without prejudice. That does mean that the people can bring this matter back if they so choose. However, because Officer Dubak has not checked into the courtroom either virtually or in person, and the time is now 10:23. This matter was set for trial at 8:35 a.m. Your matter will be dismissed without prejudice. However, I do urge you not to come back before me, especially with an open alcohol in the vehicle case. Littering is, I found on littering too, but open alcohol in a vehicle, no matter how much alcohol you have, it needs to be separate in a separate part of the car, locked in the trunk. You cannot have it in the vehicle. Your next step is operating while intoxicated if you're riding around with open intox, right? So
Yeah.
consider this a break and a learning lesson for you, but you are free to go.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
Okay, you too.
Attorney Carver, we have any more dismissals?
No.
We can have, I was gonna do a sentencing for a state matter, but we can continue. One moment.
He's back.
Oh, okay.
You could do the other ones too, right?
Which one?
The other ones that she has.
Corporate rule.
Christopher Brown. There's only 3 left of that. When you got the-
Is Attorney Miller here for, yeah. Attorney Cole?
Yes, Your Honor.
Attorney Miller, I'm glad I just saw you too. We are going to, I'm gonna call a few cases really quickly that's not your case. And then I'll go into a breakout room with the two of you for a sidebar on how I would like.
Okay,
to,
understood.
On this matter.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
He had another one, but it was closed out.
Now calling the people versus Christopher Duran Brown, ticket number P1402628. 1 count of disregarding officer signal. Please state your appearance for the record, Counselor.
Jane Carver here on behalf of Mr. Brown. Mr. Brown, can you state your name?
Christopher Duran Brown.
Mr. Brown, you can turn your camera on as well. Corporate Rule, are you here on this matter?
Yes.
Right.
Today's the day and time set for trial. Mr. Brown would like to take advantage of the plea offer. It'd be a 12-month delayed sentence for disorderly conduct.
Sorry, is Corporal here on this matter? Who is Mr. Brown? Stop moving.
I'm sorry.
Are you driving? Are you driving, Mr. Brown?
It kicked me out for a minute. I just got back in my truck. I gotta pull over.
That's a good idea. It's a great idea, considering that you're on court for a driving matter. Corporal Spradell, are you still here? Would you like to state your name for the record?
No,
Yes,
it's Bob.
Corporal Spidell, badge 402, Detroit Police Department.
No, not you, Corporate Spur now, not you yet. It's
Wait.
Officer
Okay.
Bot. It's Officer Bot.
I apologize. Scratch that from the record.
That's my fault.
Officer Bosch, who we have let go. I'm not proceeding until Mr. Brown's parked.
I'll just pull it over. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Attorney
I'm
Carver,
parked.
how would you like to proceed?
Mr. Brown would like to enter a plea today.
What was the offer?
The offers for disorderly conduct with a 12-month delayed sentence.
Turn your blinker off. All right. Mr. Brown, you had an opportunity to talk to Attorney Carver. She advised you of your rights,
Yes.
and did you understand your rights?
Yes.
Did anyone threaten you, force you, or promise you anything in exchange for a guilty plea today?
No.
Are you pleading guilty on your own free will?
Yes.
And are you pleading guilty because you actually are guilty?
Yes.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and the entire truth?
Yes.
You can put your hand down. Turning your attention to October 28th, 2022. Were you driving a 2012 Dodge vehicle?
Yes.
Were you in the area of Gratiot and Dunston in the city of Detroit?
Yes.
And did you come in contact with the Detroit Police Department on that day?
Yes.
Would you say that your conduct with that officer were you being disorderly?
Yes.
Satisfied, counselor?
Yes, satisfied.
The court is also satisfied and will enter a guilty plea for disorderly conduct on behalf of Mr. Brown. Oh, okay. And we're entering a plea of guilty on behalf of Mr. Brown for disorderly conduct. We'll place this matter on a 12-month delayed sentence, which Mr. Brown means that as long as you do not drive distracted and get any further tickets, this matter will be dismissed in 12 months, okay? No further tickets, no police contact, cannot pick up any more cases. I'm also gonna assess fines and fees in this matter of $220. And I will give you the entire 12 months to pay the $220.
Okay.
And so you'll be returning on June 24th, 2024 with your fines and fees paid, no further tickets, and the matter will be dismissed at that time.
Okay.
You have a good day, sir. You have any questions?
You too. Will that, if for me being a truck driver, would that be affected too with the tickets and stuff? Or is it just regular car?
Would that affect what again?
So with that,
It's the driving record.
Okay.
It doesn't abstract to the Secretary of State if that's what you're asking. This isn't something that would affect your driving record.
Oh no, I'm saying if I get any tickets like in my truck, will that still?
If you get any tickets in the name of Christopher Brown or an alias and you appear in court, it will affect your delayed sentence.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah. As if you're not the driver, let me take that back, because if you're the passenger in a vehicle and it's open alcohol in the vehicle or anything of that nature, you will be responsible. It will be you. But
Okay.
if it's your truck and someone is driving your truck, as long as they're a licensed driver, you will be fine if they committed any type of offense in your truck.
Okay.
Okay. All right, so we'll see you on June 24th, 2024. It will be up to you to find out if we're still virtual at that time.
Okay.
Have a good day.
Yes, sir.
Did we amend this? Yeah, we amended it. They amended it and gave them 12 months away. That was nice. You talking about me?
He cooperated.
Is that why?
Yeah. It was bad, but then he said right away, he admitted it, so.
Okay. Christopher Brown, okay, he didn't have a, 5.
No.
And we now have Jordan Sarkis. Will you please?
Boyadjian, it's the last name. I think that's.
Yeah.
He left.
Oh, he left?
I don't see him in the main session anymore.
Oh, no.
You did.
Can we close the breakout rooms?
No, don't close him. But
Oh.
he's not in there though.
He's not in there?
Mm-mm.
All right. Was he cooperative?
Yeah.
He was very, very impatient.
Very impatient?
Yeah.
Bench warrant.
Okay. Warrant it is.
Bigum? Am I pronouncing it right?
Do this.
Calvin Bigham.
Yes, Bigham. Yes.
Sorry.
I'm sorry, Mr. Bigum. Just give me one moment. I want to do one with the officer and then yours. Now calling the people versus Efon Brown III, ticket number P 1431810. Count 1, fraudulent false insurance information. Please state your appearance for the record, starting with the officer. I believe this
I'm sorry,
is-
Corporals Fidel, badge 402, Detroit
Thank
Police
you.
Department.
Jane Carver here on behalf of Mr. Brown. Mr. Brown, can you state your name, please?
Fawn Brown.
Mr. Brown would like to take advantage of the plea deal for limited access 1 to 5. And the remaining counts will be dismissed.
Wait, is this on, did I call the right ticket?
Yeah.
Officers are being very nice this morning. Okay,
It's because the clients are so nice.
okay. I have no objections to it if they don't. Did I call, maybe it was, were there extra matters in this matter though?
It was only 3.
Okay, so let the record reflect, however, that I did not read all the tickets into the case. It was P 1431475, 1 count of 16 and 20 miles over the posted speed, and 1 count of tenant windows that will be added to the providing false fraudulent information to an officer. And so I'm assuming that our plea is on the 16 and 20 over. Is that right? Limited access?
Yes.
Limited access, what's the
1 to 5.
1 to 5? Oh, yeah. Mr. Brown, I hope you know that you were extremely lucky today for that one.
Yeah, she told me.
And did you have an opportunity to discuss your rights with her as well? She advised you of your rights?
Yep.
Did you understand your rights?
Yep.
Oh, scratch that. It's a civil infraction. Do you, Attorney Carver, do you stipulate to 4 corners of the ticket for a factual basis?
Yes.
And do you stipulate to probable cause for the dismissals?
Yes.
Oh, stipulated. The court will enter a responsible plea on behalf of Mr. Brown for 1 to 5 over the posted speed limited access. And I don't know why I haven't had that one in a while. 125, I believe. Mr. Brown, are you able to pay that 125 within the next 2 weeks?
Yep.
Okay, so it's gonna be due on July 7th. If you're unable to pay it by July 7th, you do need to appear back here on this Zoom at 8:30 that morning, okay?
All right. I got a question though.
Mhm.
This is my first time ever having to pay a ticket. Where do I pay?
Oh, you can pay it online at 36districtcourt.org. Or you could come in person at the court. Also online, there's a list of DivDat machines that you could go to in your area, like at the local grocery store, different areas, or different places in your neighborhood that you could just go and pay it at a kiosk.
All right.
The easiest way, if you have a credit card, debit card, is 36 with T8, 36districtcourt.org.
All right.
All right, you are free to go. Thank you, Corporal.
No problem.
You said I'm free to go, right?
You are free to go, sir.
Okay.
Do you
y'all
have your
a good
return?
one.
Do you have your return date in case you don't pay it in time?
You said July 7th, right?
Yes.
All right.
Have a
Y'all
good day.
one.
You too. Who else is that?
Last one, Calvin.
Big. This one was kind of thick, but how many is it on the docket today? Now calling the People versus Calvin Laurent Bigham, ticket number SP 1138050, count 1. Driving while license suspended, count 2. Unregistered untitled vehicle, ticket number SP 965721, count 1. Unregistered untitled vehicle, count 2. Operating without a driver's license, ticket number SP 9657213, 1 count of no insurance misdemeanor. Ticket number SP 983955, count 1. Driving without a license, count 2. No insurance misdemeanor. Ooh. Ticket number SP 9839553, 1 count of unregistered untitled vehicle. Ticket number SP 989773, count 1. Driving while unlicensed, count 2. Unregistered untitled vehicle, count 3. No insurance misdemeanor. Ticket number U 4916418, 1 count of entering without permission. Ticket number 1852968, count 1. Driving without a driver's license, count 2. No insurance misdemeanor. And ticket number 173663081, 1 count of operating without a license. Counselor, please state your appearance for the record.
Jane Carver here on behalf of Mr. Bigham. Can you state your name, please?
Calvin Bigham.
Mr. Bigham, you've been pretty busy. Go ahead, attorney.
Today's the trial. Officer Grow checked in, but the remaining officers have not checked in. And we move to dismiss the tickets written by Officer Wright, Officer O'Connell, Officer Baxter, Officer Jetter, and Officer Verboki.
All right, so the court will acknowledge that the officers mentioned have not checked into the courtroom either virtually or in person. The time is now 10:40 a.m. This matter was set for trial at 8:35 a.m. Therefore, those matters will be dismissed without prejudice. As it relates to the cases with Officer Grow, did you reach a decision or an agreement?
Yes, Mr. Bingham will plead guilty to fail to display a valid license, and the registration would be dismissed.
All right. 8051. Did he already pay the no proof of insurance citation that he was given on that same date?
Yes.
And you had an opportunity to talk to Attorney Carver in the breakout room, Mr. Bingham. Did she advise you of your rights?
Yes.
Did you understand your rights?
Yes.
Did anyone threaten you, force you, or promise you anything in exchange for your guilty plea today?
No.
Are you pleading guilty on your own free will?
Yes.
And are you pleading guilty because you actually are guilty?
Yes.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you give today will be the truth and the entire truth?
Yes.
You can put your hand down. Turning your attention to November 20th, 2020. Were you driving a silver Pontiac?
Yes.
Were you in the area of Fenelon and Emory Street in the city of Detroit?
Yes.
And did you come in contact with the Detroit Police Department that day?
Yes.
When asked to produce a valid driver's license, were you able to do so?
No.
Satisfied, counselor?
Yes.
Stipulate to probable cause on the dismissals?
Yes.
find out and I'll call you back.
The court is also satisfied and will enter a guilty plea on behalf of Mr. Bingham. And your stipulation for dismissals includes the dismissals for the officers as well?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. And so the court will enter a guilty plea on behalf of Mr. Bingham for the amended charge of failure to display, dismissing the driving unregistered untitled vehicle without prejudice. Mr. Bingham, the fines and fees the court is going to assess in this matter is $220. Yeah, $220. Are you able to pay that within the next 2 weeks, or do you need 30 days?
30 days would be good. But also I had paid the bond. I had paid the bond and I wondered would I be receiving that back also.
1 moment. Well, the 220 is gonna come out of the bond,
Okay.
and then the remaining bond,
We had those.
unless you have civil infractions that are in default,
I'm gonna update it today.
the remaining bond will be returned to you, but you will have to talk to someone in the cashier's department to find out when exactly.
Okay, but it would be in the system. I just have to come down to 36th district and go to the cashier.
Yes, it'll be,
Wait, I'm sorry.
she's actually gonna look it
I
up for
just
you. One
looked,
moment.
so even though we're closing out of the other cases because of no officers, you still owe quite a few dollars to the court, so you might not get nothing back, but if you do get something back, they'll mail it out to you.
It's the $45 fees.
No, he owes silver infractions too.
Oh.
Yeah, because I pretty much will. Oh, sorry.
My suggestion to you would be to come down to 36th District Court, go to the cashier's office, get a printout of everything that you owe so that you are aware of what it is that you're, having to pay.
Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I actually went through that before my court dates, and I actually paid everything up before the court date.
No, you didn't, sir. You still have quite a few outstanding. You got no plates. I see no plates, no registration, no plates, no registration.
And how much are those?
That came up to $1,098, and then you owe the $220 that we just assessed today.
You know what? And then what's crazy is that I got receipts and stuff, but like on your end, it's like it's not showing up in your system. So that's kind of like.
You absolutely have to come down in that case. Show them your receipts so that they can take those out of the system.
And you probably talked about the money that you put up for your $200.
How much did you pay in a bond?
I paid. Well, actually, I had to pay the $200 to get the warrants lifted. Like per warrant or per ticket. And and like when they was to get dismissed, then I figured I would get that back. You know what I mean?
Did you pay anything other than the $200?
Yes, and then I had like 2 more tickets because I ended up going to the restoration clinic to get my license back, which was in Pontiac. So they pretty much closed out a lot of them tickets. So like when I came down there, I was wondering like how
Pontiac can't close our tickets.
No, I mean that's where it was for Wayne County, but it was it was positioned in
So I'm sorry, the only tickets that they probably closed out for you was the ones that was probably holding up your license. But I don't think you're gonna be getting no money back. But you need to just come down to the court, down to the cashier's department, and then they'll explain everything to you, because the way it goes, if you owe the court any type of money, we take that bond money and apply it to your balance that you already owe the court.
Right, I understand that, but like I was just trying to see like some of that $2,600 would be going towards a little court fees or whatever.
So all of that money, all that money is gonna go towards everything that you owe the court. It is.
Yeah, I know that, but it shouldn't be. It's not that much. That's all I was trying to say.
It is. It's definitely.
It's over $1,000.
So, and it's actually more than $1,000 because I just found some other tickets. But again, sir, that's not for the cashier's unit. Would explain this to you. You come down, okay?
And that's it.
All right, you have a good one, sir.
So I'm all good.
You're all good. So, but take your receipts just in case there's any mistakes.
Okay, so I'm gonna take. That's the thing. So I take my receipts down there and let them know what I paid, and because I pretty much paid my tickets off. Does it show like my license? Because it's saying I just got to pretty much go take a permit and the road test. I'm at that point.
You should still be able to get your license. We're not saying that you can't get your license. You're asking 2 different things. right?
No,
You're
I
asking
know.
about the bond being returned. That's separate from you actually being eligible to get your driver's license now. Now that we've dismissed all of these, oh no. Were we aware, or was Attorney Goss aware that he was actively pursuing his driver's license when he offered FTD?
No. No,
Because there's gonna be a waiting period. Okay, let me, Mr. Bingham, you said when you tried to get your license back, what happened?
No, I just got to take a road test. I got to take like a permit, because I haven't had them in so long. That's all.
Should we amend this plea? Counselor, would you like to set aside the guilty plea?
would you do an allowing? I don't know if.
Yeah,
Attorney
because I think
Goss-
that's gonna be the only way that he's able, yeah, and I don't know that Attorney Goss is on, but I don't think he would have any objections to allowing. We did dismiss a lot of tickets for him, but in an effort to have him get his license so that we're not seeing him again, I would rather not see him again and set that aside and do an allowing.
Yes,
Is there a motion?
yes.
Is there a motion?
Yes, I move to set aside the plea for fail to display and allow Mr. Bingham to enter a plea for allowing an unlicensed driver to drive.
And are you still satisfied with the factual basis on the allowance
Yes,
for the same fact? All right, so the court is going to set aside the guilty plea for failure to display, entering a guilty plea on behalf of Mr. Bingham for allowing an unlicensed driver to drive. The fees and fines are still the same of $220, and it will still be due on July 24th, 2023. If it's not paid by then, Mr. Bingham does need to appear at 8:30 that morning. Mr. Bingham, everything else, you're gonna come down to the court, figure out what, but in terms of, I would go to the Secretary of State first and then come to the court. That way you know for sure if there's anything else you need to pay at the Secretary of State. I mean, when they tell you at the Secretary of State, if there's some things that are still keeping you from getting your license, you want to pay those first.
Okay.
Okay, bring your receipts down so that they can sort out what you owed and what is still outstanding and what they may owe you if there's anything left over from your bond.
Okay.
This case.
Okay. Thank you, Judge. You have a great day.
You too. Thank you.
All right. All right. Take it easy.
Have a good day. Bye.
You too.
Okay. Second count two was the DWAP. And then all those other ones, were DWAPs. Oh, we're not, yeah.
You're not getting one.
Okay. I said, let him go. All right, are we done with all of your cases, Attorney Carver? I can move on to Attorney Cole.
yes, I don't have anything else.
You are welcome to leave. Thank you for your
All right.
assistance today.
Thank you. Have a good weekend.
You too. Have a good one.
So we're gonna place Mr. Bedsworth back into a breakout room so that I can have a sidebar with the attorneys.
Mr. Bedworth, can you